Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.
Hello, I'm Lori Steiner. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, how healthy is your health insurance? We've scheduled a checkup. Then we'll tell you about a sational celebration of all things garlic. Not feeling your finest? We'll work on ways to improve your well-being. Plus, the county cares about senior citizens. We'll plug you into their important programs. And did you know your identity can be stolen even after you've died? We'll alert you to issues you and your loved ones need to know now.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. You may be used to comparing costs when shopping for groceries or items for your home, but for your health care? Isn't a blood test going to cost the same whether it's at your doctor's office or at a lab? The surprising answer is no. Medical Mutual recently introduced a tool to help their customers shop for health services. Keely Strube is here to give us an update. Keely is the Director of Customer Insights for Medical Mutual of Ohio. Welcome to the show again.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, I got to ask this. Is there really that big of a price difference between health services, between where you choose to have those services?
There certainly can be. Depending on the service, for example, lab work, x-rays, CAT scans, those kind of things, when performed at a hospital facility, can be more than double the cost when those same procedures are done right there in a doctor's office or an independent facility.
Wow, okay. So, and Medical Mutual has a new tool called My Care Compare to help members determine the best price and the best place to get their health care services, correct?
Exactly, exactly. And so My Care Compare is an online tool, and members are letting us know that, that they're pleased with the tool. They feel like they can make informed decisions. With My Care Compare, they're able to look at quality ratings and patient satisfaction, as well as facility locations for those providers, find the most convenient location, and then compare costs for different procedures the doctor performs or even just office visits.
Okay. So do you have a lot of different services on it?
Yes, actually we just added 40, so we're up to over 170, and we're going to continue to add additional services as we go.
All right. So we really do need to use something like this to shop around.
Sure, and we recognize that not every service is an opportunity to shop. There are certain ones you might have a particular provider that you have a relationship with, but for commodity services like lab tests and x-rays, colonoscopies, CAT scans, those are opportunities to find out where's the best price and to look at quality and just make a well-informed decision.
Okay, so can you give us some examples of how the tool is actually used?
Sure. So, you know, we're getting into fall almost, and this is a high kind of allergy season even for myself, and we'll pretend that I've developed a nasty cough. Go to the doctor, and my doctor recommends that I go and have a chest x-ray. I could choose to go across the street to the hospital to have that service, or I could hop in my car, run down the street a little bit to an independent location and have that x-ray done. Same x-ray, and if we use My Care Compare, we'd find that the hospital location would cost approximately $140, while at that independent facility my estimate's $30. So that's $110 savings for just that service alone.
It's amazing.
Now, my doctor also says, now, Keely, you need to see an allergist. So gives me the list of 3 of his trusted colleagues, and I don't really know too much about them. I go to My Care Compare, I can review their patient satisfaction, all of their credentials, and then also look at those office visit costs and any kind of procedures. And if all else is equal, cost makes a good decision factor, actually.
Sure, we're paying more and more of our healthcare costs. Why not?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So who can use this My Care Compare?
Well, you actually mentioned a good thing. Actually, with high deductible plans and consumer-driven health plans, patients are being asked to carry more of the healthcare cost. And if you have medical mutual insurance, you can go to our member website, My Health Plan, and My Care Compare is one of the tools right there. And when you go to that tool, you're able to look at lab work, x-rays, a growing list of services, physical therapy, minor and major surgery, and really those office visits that I mentioned.
Okay.
So, you know, it's your health and it's your money. With My Care Compare, you have more control over both.
All right, excellent. If you're a Medical Mutual client, the price is right for this new tool. You're free to use My Care Compare. To learn more, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Keely Strew for this priceless information.
Find out more about Medical Mutual of Ohio by visiting their website, www.medmutual.com/2015 options, or call 1-866-488-3266. Next, a fragrant flavoring. But first, starting as womb mates, identical twins share everything. Well, almost everything. While DNA may determine their look-alike lives, there is one physical feature that can't be duplicated. Can you name the trait that lets you tell one twin from another? It's a touchy subject, but we'll point out the answer when we return.
Hilltop Village Apartments is retirement living at its best. Residents enjoy a wide variety of activities and living services with all large first-floor apartments, private screened-in patios with beautiful park views, daily dining room meals, free laundry facilities, 24-hour staff, and so much more. Enjoy safe, comfortable independence at a very affordable price. Call today for a tour and learn how you can get your first month's rent free. Hilltop Village Apartments, retirement living at its best.
Identical twins may come off as carbon copies, but they aren't exactly alike right down to the tips of their toes, or actually their fingers. No two sets of fingerprints are alike, so even identical twins have prints that are purely personal.
There's a new ingredient in the Cleveland Garlic Festival, which will add another unique Ohio flavor to the festivities, and it's kind of cheesy. Shannon Welsh and Gilbert DeSanto are here joining us to champion Ohio cheeses and to share their participation in this annual pungent party. Shannon is a founding member of the Ohio Cheese Guild, and Gilbert is the Guild's current president. So, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
It smells great on our table here today.
It smells very garlicky.
Well, Shannon, we know cheese and crackers go together, and cheese and wine, but cheese and garlic?
I know it's crazy, but it really is a natural thing. You know, we have a couple examples of cheeses with garlic in them, and you know, I cook, and so I know that there are a lot of recipes that include both, and so they really are perfect pairings.
Okay, so the Garlic Festival invited you guys to come along and kind of showcase something else new that's in Ohio. But I thought Wisconsin was the cheese state, not Ohio. So tell me about that.
Wisconsin is one of the, if not the biggest producer of cheeses in the United States, but really every state in the nation makes really great artisan cheeses, and Ohio is no different. We have award-winning cheeses right in Hiram, Ohio, and there's just a lot of really cool small artisan producers that we're really proud to be from the state of Ohio.
And you told me Ohio is one of the largest producers of Swiss cheese, really?
Absolutely, remarkably, yes, in Amish country in southern Ohio. Yep.
How about that? Well, you brought some samples, which are just fantastic smelling here. So tell us about what we've got here on the table.
Yes, well, we have a couple of cheeses here which are really unique. This is from Mackenzie Creamery in Hiram. It is their garlic and chive chev, and if you want to taste that, you are more than welcome to do so. It's garlicky and it's chivey and very creamy. It's made with goat cheese.
That's good. I'm glad I like goat cheese because that's a particular taste.
Yeah, yeah. It is. It's an acquired taste, but with the garlic and chive, it really works well together. And then this one that we have here is a sheep's milk cheese from Mount Gilead, Ohio. And this is called Headwaters Tome from Coco Borrego. And that's just a tasteless layer of ash there in the center. It's
ash?
It's ash. It's really just there for aesthetics.
Tasteless, I gotta say that. Yeah.
Totally tasteless, but the cheese isn't. And it's made with sheep's milk, so it's a really interesting and cool cheese that mirrors cheeses from France, but it's from Ohio, so it's very cool.
Amazing, okay. Yeah. You've got some too, huh?
I do. Mine are actually self-creations that we typically don't make at Miscellany Dairy Products, but for the Garlic Festival, we've sort of taken creative liberties. The first one is mascarpone, and it has some lightly glazed garlic with some chives in it. And so I'll subject you to tasting this as well. Yes, I warn you, it's very rich.
Oh, that's good.
And
it's kind of sweet too.
It is, yeah. That's a little bit of a twist to it. And then the other one that we're going to subject you to is a marinade with some fresh mozzarella ciliegini, and it's got some different olives, as of course garlic in it.
This is great. I get to taste everything.
Yes, that's your lunch.
Yeah.
Not a bad job.
That's good too. I love cheese, so this is great for me.
Excellent. We do too.
All right, so within the Garlic Festival, there's kind of a mini cheese festival, right?
Yeah,
Tell us when it is and where it is.
Well, it is September 12th.
And the 13th.
And the 13th. On the 12th, it's from noon to 9. And on the 13th, it's from noon to 6. And the Ohio Cheese Guild is going to have all kinds of activities under our tent. We've got some pairings, some cooking demonstrations. Gilbert, as a cheesemaker, is going to be doing a cheese making presentation.
Making cheese.
All right.
We'll be stretching mozzarella. We'll also be making some Regatha cheese. And then in addition to that, we're going to have a whole section out for kids' activities and things like that. It'll be something for every age. And we'll have our own, it'll be connected with the Garlic Festival, but it'll be our own little section.
Okay, well, tell us about the Cheese Guild.
This Cheese Guild, Shannon is one of the founding members.
You're president.
I am president, and one of the beauties of the Cheese Guild is it's not just cheesemakers. It's retailers, it's cheesemongers, it's people who simply love cheese. And we've got quite a different demographic of folks that have joined the Cheese Guild, and we've only been in existence for a year and a half, and the membership is off to a very nice start. We've got different activities that go from wine, cheese, and beer pairings to things like the Garlic Festival.
Wow, fantastic. Great ideas for garlic plus a chock full of cheeses. Don't miss this delicious opportunity. Mark your calendar for the Cleveland Garlic Festival, September 12th and 13th at Shaker Square. And my thanks to Shannon and Gilbert for slicing up, a really tasty preview. Thanks.
It was our pleasure.
Learn more about the Cleveland Garlic Festival by calling the North Union Farmers Market at 216-751-7656 or visit www.clevelandgarlicfestival.org. Next, well. Looking for places to go? Things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. The end of Alzheimer's starts with you. So start by joining the Walk to End Alzheimer's, Sunday, September 13th at Lake Farm Park in Kirtland, Saturday, September 19th at the All-Pro Stadium in Avon, or Sunday, September 27th at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo. To take the first step, call the Cleveland Area Chapter of the Alzheimer's Association at 216-342-5593 or log on to www.alz.org/Cleveland.
There's a well-kept secret about aging. You can have fun doing it. Karen Amari is here to tell us how doing things we enjoy can help our health as we enter our Act 3, retirement. Karen is an advanced practice registered nurse with MetroHealth. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So, you have several tips for us with regard to aging, and they fall into three main categories: mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
So why don't we start talking about mind first?
Well, one of the things that's really important about your mind is it's just really important to make sure that we get enough sleep. The evidence has been showing more and more in the recent months and years how important sleep is just for our brain to get rejuvenated, just to refresh ourselves, just in terms of replenishing the neurotransmitters, in terms of depression. Just there's so many things that happen in our brain when we're sleeping.
Okay.
And so that's just really important. And then also in terms of our brain, just like our body, our brain needs to exercise. There's a lot of things that we can do to keep our brain healthy. If there are puzzles that we like to do, we can do those puzzles. I brought example of a puzzle that a lot of people have heard of, something called Sudoku. A lot of people have seen it in paper form. There's also
or on their cell phone.
Yeah, or on their cell phone. And there's also a board game that's Sudoku. And so that's something that you can do. Other types of puzzles people can do. Reading books, listening to books, if reading is difficult. If you speak another language, be sure to find opportunities to use that other language, because that engages other parts of your brain as well. If you play an instrument, or if you used to play an instrument when you were younger, pick that instrument up again, the piano, the clarinet, saxophone. Find opportunities to engage that part of your brain. Yeah. And if you never played an instrument but always wished you had, find an opportunity to pick that up and explore those things.
So now let's talk about tips to help bodies age in a healthy way, right? Diet and exercise, right?
Diet and exercise. How many of us has heard diet and exercise?
Right.
And diet, I'm sure everybody's heard, you know, whole grains, fruit, fiber. Many of us have heard about that. But then also there's exercise. Just being active. A lot of people, when they think about exercise, they think, you know, get out there and join a gym, walk 5 miles. Well, it doesn't have to be that vigorous. We can just do something as simple as walking around the block, just being active, just getting up and walking in place.
And gardening and bowling. Fun stuff to do, but makes your body move.
Yeah, fun stuff and just being active. If you'd like to take a walk with the dog, if you have a dog, take your dog for a walk. If you have a friend, go for a walk. If you like to go shopping, park at the other end of the parking lot instead of using the close spots, because you're going to be a little bit more active.
We've talked about mind and body. I mean, that kind of all meshes into your soul. So how about tips for aging in your soul?
Tips for aging with the soul. A lot of that has to do with being in community with one another. And a lot of these, they all kind of tie together, because as you're in community with one another, you really feed your soul. And so being in community with one another feeds your soul. You can do those things by volunteering with other people, with finding people to do things with. You can, if you're finding board games that you enjoy, find somebody that you can do those with. You can do volunteer activities. Go to the library. Meet people at the rec center.
This has been all really great information. I thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's your Act 3. It's more important than ever that you take care of all aspects of your health. And by following Karen's advice, aging can actually be enjoyable. My thanks to Karen Amari for joining us today with her tips to keep us in tip-top shape.
To learn more, call MetroHealth at 216-778-7800 or log on to www.metrohealth.org. Next, services for seniors. It's time to get up and go, an exercise minute on golden opportunities.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and today I'm going to show you how to work the quads in the front of the leg by doing a single leg squat. You ready to go?
I hope so.
Let's do this. All right, we're going to start by making sure that you have some firm surface next to you just in case you get in trouble. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to put all the pressure on the right leg or the left leg, whichever you choose to start with. The opposite leg is going to go out to your side, toes pointed towards the ground, and we're simply going to squat down as we lower that leg out and up. Okay, make sure that firm surface is next to you just in case you get in trouble. 12 to 15 repetitions. Make sure your knee stays in alignment with your shoulder. It should not buckle in. Lori, how you feeling?
Oh, I need this firm.
There you go. You're looking good though. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Utilize your chair. Yeah. Excellent. That's perfect. All right, everybody. 12 to 15, 2 to 3 sets. And now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 6105 Parkland Boulevard, Suite 140, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, 44124.
Many seniors need support, and that need will only continue to grow as baby boomers continue to age. So where do they turn? We'll periodically highlight agencies in our area that can offer help. And today we're focusing on the Cuyahoga County Division of Senior and Adult Services. Joining us are Denise Rucker-Burton, Program Administrator for the Office of Aging, and Darlene Wade, Supervisor for the Options for Independent Living. So welcome both of you here to the show.
Thank you.
So Denise, let's start with you. Tell us about some of the services that are available in Cuyahoga County.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lori. The Division of Senior and Adult Services, which we call DSAS, funds many community social service programs, including 19 senior centers throughout Cuyahoga County. These programs include adult development, which allows seniors to be more active in the community, and it also is a little similar to adult daycare, but without the medical component.
Okay.
We also fund transportation services, both for medical reasons and non-medical reasons, home delivered meals, as well as congregate dining, where seniors can gather together to enjoy a meal together.
Okay, and these are great social agencies and programs. What about seniors who need other kinds of help?
Okay. Well, at DSAS, we also are mandated by the state of Ohio to provide adult protective services, which we call APS, to protect and assist and support seniors age 60 and older who may be victims of abuse, including physical, emotional, financial exploitation, as well as self-neglect. Our role in that case is to investigate those allegations and to provide support as needed.
Okay.
We also provide, through our Information and Outreach Unit, which we refer to as IOU, services that are also for seniors. And these services are funded in part by the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging through a grant. And this grant is through the Aging and Disabilities Resource Network unit. And IOU is designated as an aging and disability resource network or center. And our social service workers actually go out into the community to visit seniors and also to do what's called a benefits checkup. And after the benefits checkup is done, the senior gets a list or printout of all of the services, both at the state level, county level, federal level, that they are eligible for.
That's great. So, Darlene, we're still not done listing all the opportunities for senior assistance. Tell us about the home support program.
Well, through the home support program, we provide skilled care. We also provide service for those living with HIV/AIDS through the Ryan White program. We provide service for those with multiple sclerosis through the Multiple Sclerosis Society. We also provide service for clients that are eligible for Medicaid waiver services. And we provide services for those who have acute, skilled nursing care. We provide services for them. And also, we provide a service.
Never ends.
It never ends. We provide a service called Options for Independent Living. Now, through this service, for clients that are eligible, they receive medical transportation, home delivered meals, there's the emergency response system, there's chore services, and it's all provided through social workers that are skilled.
Amazing. So how do people get a hold of you to find out about all these services?
One call does it all.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
We have what we call a centralized intake line, which means when you call this one number, then we direct you to all the services that you need within our agency. Plus, on the other end of it is you get a live voice. Isn't that wonderful?
That's always good. Yes.
If you call between 8:30 and 4:30, Monday through Friday, you get the live voice. Now, we have a line that is after hours, so if you call...
So anytime you can call.
Anytime you can call. That's our emergency line. And also, if we don't have the services that you need, then we will direct you to some service in the community that can provide you with that service.
This is fantastic.
I know, it is really, really good.
All right, so if you need help, it's here. To find out more, use the information that's coming up next, which includes the phone number for the One Call Does It All. My thanks to Denise and Darlene for calling on us today.
For more information, call the Cuyahoga County Division of Senior and Adult Services at 216-420-6700 or click to www.dsas.cuyahogacounty.us. Next, protecting your identity after you've passed.
Here at MetroHealth, you know you matter when it matters most. Here, we are the city's best at preparing for the world's worst. Here, we are the only verified burn center in Ohio for adults and children. Here, you'll find exceptional clinicians with extraordinary hearts. So the work we do here at MetroHealth makes an impact here, out here, and right here. MetroHealth, we're here for you, for all of you.
When a loved one dies, many things go through your mind. One thing you don't think about is identity theft of a deceased loved one. However, this is a major issue. Recently, the government had a breach of its records disclosing over 22 million individuals' personal information, including Social Security numbers. Every year, the personal information of 2.5 million deceased individuals are used to file for tax refunds or obtain credit cards. Here to discuss the risks of an identity theft of a deceased loved one and what to do about it is my law partner, Mike Solomon. Welcome back.
Hi, Lori.
I mean, usually we talk about the living having identity theft. So how does it happen when a person passes away that this could come about?
Well, sometimes the criminals just go on the black market and get all this information, but other times they might get some inside information from the funeral home or the hospital, all this information. But worse yet, the government just gives it out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the Social Security has something called the Social Security Death Index and the Social Security Death Master File. And it's gathered by Social Security, has all your information, including your Social Security number. And government agencies, both federal and state, have access to this, and certain other entities can also get access to all that.
So what happens when somebody gets the Social Security number of a deceased loved one?
Well, you know, they can apply for credit cards or tax refunds. So let me give you an example. Someone passes away, and someone gets that information, they get a credit card in the name of the deceased. So the surviving spouse, even though she might not be liable for this, all of a sudden she starts getting all sorts of phone calls, or worse yet, they file for a refund for the deceased person, and the surviving spouse loses her refund. It causes all sorts of aggravation.
How do we stop it?
Well, ARP says you can do three things. Number one, when someone passes away, file a copy of the death certificate with the three reporting agencies, credit reporting agencies. Also put out what's called a deceased alert on the credit, for the credit agencies. Number two, cancel all their cards and their bank accounts. And finally, call Social Security. Now, the funeral homes usually do that, but do it anyway, and just, to make sure you've done it properly.
All right. The death of a loved one in itself brings many issues that need to be addressed. Identity theft is not one you want to deal with. Take these basic steps to reduce the possibility of identity theft in a deceased loved one.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information, or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, How's Your Health? We'll prescribe help for what's ailing you. Then, from puppies to providers, we'll look into a pet project where volunteers raise dogs for Guiding Eyes for the Blind. But until next week, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www